Good morning, my dear students. Today discuss about the bioavailability. Bioavailability is a small term, but it is very important. Their spreadability is very much high. If the drug is not bioavailable or not goes to the site of action, there is a no action. Though it is a potent pharmacological activity, but it was very essential if the drug reach to the site of action. So bioavailability is a important parameter for drug action. Bioavailability refers to the rate and extent of drug absorption from the dosage form to determine by its concentration time curve in the blood and its excretion in the urine. So basically the bioavailability means the rate and extent of drug absorption. That means what is the rate of absorption and how much amount of the drug will be reached to the circulation or the site of action, and that will be determined by the concentration versus time curve, and that will be comply with the some definite level, that is called therapeutic level or minimum effective concentration. If the drug is not reach the therapeutic concentration, there is no drug action will be occurred. So this is very important in this context. The drug must be bioavailable in the up to the therapeutic level. Otherwise, there is no chance of therapeutic activity. So suppose you want a drug that are reached to the site of circulation and unchanged form, and bioavailability drug injected either in the IV form 100% viability, but it's frequently lower after oral injection because the drug may be incompletely absorbed. In case of oral absorption, the drug may be incompletely absorbed, that's why they are delayed. Or another factor is the if the absorbed drug may be undergo fast metabolism in the intestinal wall, liver, or excreted through the bile. So in that two cases, the drug concentration will be decreased in case of absorption, and their viability will be decreased, so the pharmacological activity automatically reduced. To incomplete bioavailability after subcutaneous intramuscular injection is less common, but may occur due to the local binding site of the drugs. Sometimes in case of subcutaneous or intramuscular, the muscle absorbs the drugs and some whole of the drug cannot be reached to the circulation. Some portion will attach or adhere to the muscle. And oral formulation of the drug from the different manufacturer, also different batches from the same manufacturer, may have the same amount of the drugs and chemical equivalent, but may not yield the same blood level biologically inequivalent. In case of suppose you want drug in the paracetamol which is the same company which is produced, but the batch number is the different. In that case, their bioequivalent or their biological equivalent is not same. They are biologically inequivalent. Or the same product produced by the different company. In that case, their bioavailability of the drug is not same or in always, but they are changed in the different concentration also. So two preparation of the drug are considered the bioequivalent when the rate and of bioavailability of the drug from the is not significantly differ under the suitable test condition, and before the drug administered orally in the solid dosage form can be absorbed, it must be break down individual particle, that is called the disintegration. So disintegration is a very good parameters for bioavailability. If the drug is loaded or administered through orally, after it oral administration it must be disintegrated. That means the slow down the particle size or particle size must be reduced, or after it will be the solution form. If the solution form is not formed, there is no chance of oral absorption. If this oral absorption is not properly, then the bioavailability will be reduced. In the tablet and the capsule contain before the drug administered orally the solid dosage form that can be absorbed, it must break into the individual paste particle of the active drug for disintegration. Tablet and capsule contain under the material diluent, sometimes the diluent or stabilizing agent and binder or lubricant, they affect the absorption of the drug. Ultimately, the reduce the viability of the drug. Sometimes it will be increase also, sometimes it will be decrease also. So the nature of the drug as well as the details manufacture process or the force, and which force in case of tablet preparation, direct compression method, weight granulation or dry granulation method. So many force apply in the formation of the tablet, and that force is effect on the disintegration time as well as the dissolution time. If the dissolution and disintegration time will be increased, so the contact time will be increases, and ultimately the absorption will be hampered, and ultimately the viability will be decreases. So in that case, their viability will be losses. In the to release of the drug must be dissolved in the aqueous gastrointestinal tract. If the drug dissolved in the gastrointestinal tract, that means that type of drug is solubilized or absorbed by the gastrointestinal tract, and the rate of dissolution is governed by the inherent solubility. It is depend upon the particle size and the crystal form. Many crystal form depend upon the solubility and other physical property of the drug, and different in the viability may arises due to the variance in the disintegration and dissolution rate. If the dissolution and disintegration rate is less, so their absorption is higher and the viability will be high. So in that parameter, the disintegration, to remember the formula to concentrate the disintegration time and dissolution time of the drug for better bioavailability. Difference in the bioavailability are seen in the mostly in the poorly soluble drug or slowly absorbed drug. In case of poorly soluble drugs or slowly absorbed drugs, their bioavailability less due to less absorption. Reduction in the particle size increase the rate of absorption, but it is not true in always. In case of aspirin, microfine tablet, which are microfine aspirin, which are rate of absorption is higher and the viability will decrease, but this is not true in always. The amount of the gracephylline and the spironolactone, which are the antifungal and diuretic drugs, which is the tablet, can be reduced to half of its drug particle if microfine. Here the another parameters, if the microfine gracephylline and spironolactone is used, their bioavailability will be reduced. There is no need of reduce the particle size or the freely water soluble drugs like paracetamol. Viability variation assume particle significance for the drug and the show safety of margin like digoxin, and whether the dose is needed, precise control, oral hypoglycemic agent and oral anticoagulant. In case of digoxin, there is a cumulative effect, that means the drug will be accumulated after the administration. So whole the drug cannot be eliminated. So in that the second use, further use, that dose must be reduced, and this is also maintained in case of oral hypoglycemic agent or antidiabetic agent or in case of anticoagulant. It may also be responsible for the success or failure of an antimicrobial regimen also. In case of sometimes two antibiotics used in the same patient, but sometimes they will be increase the viability of the drugs and sometimes they decrease the viability of the drugs. However, in the case of large number of drugs, viability difference and are negligible, and risks for the changing of the formulation have been exaggerated. So in your syllabus it will be enough for this. If we further study, we go to the next lecture. Thank you. If any question, please write in the chat box or the Google Classroom. If it is like it, so please like me. Thank you very much all of you.